Are you looking to buy a pre-sale at the Atlin, Clayton Crest's new condo pre-sale coming along the SkyTrain extension in Surrey, British Columbia in Clayton? Well, if you are, stick around. In this video, we're gonna go over 3 things that you should be looking for in a floor plan at the Atlin. Let's get into it. All right, now depending on what you are trying to do, what you are trying to accomplish in this pre-sale, that may help you determine which floor plan is best for you to choose. When you're choosing a floor plan, there's 3 things that you need to consider. Now, the Atlin at Clayton Crest, being built by Zenterra, has a total of just over 40 different floor plans in the Atlin building. So that might seem daunting when it comes to choosing one. But if you follow this video, 3 things to look at when you are choosing the correct floor plan. All right, so the first consideration on your list is orientation. Where in the development are the units and what is important to you? For example, the first floor in almost all condo buildings, it'll usually have some sort of access to either a ground level patio or possibly a small yard. So if you have a dog or you have kids, sometimes you'll have like a grassy area that you can play at, limited common property, but that is still an advantage to living on the first floor. Or the opposite. If we look at the top floor, for example, you've got no neighbor above. It's going to be the quietest in all of the buildings, which is also why the top floor and the bottom floor are usually the most expensive in any condo presale. All right, now the second thing that you should be looking at when you're choosing the correct floor plan is daylight and privacy. This is extremely important, and both for if you're intending to live in that condo or you're going to be renting it out as an investment. People very much care about how much daylight comes into the unit and what your privacy is like. Very often you want to try and avoid being on the inside of an elbow of units because those units typically have less daylight and less privacy on things like balconies or in the main living room windows, for example. All right, the third and possibly the most important thing when it comes to choosing the correct floor plan for you is going to be pricing. Now, at the Atlin, the pricing starts at $299,000 and goes all the way up to the mid $700,000s. And one of the things that you're going to notice on the pricing sheet is from the least expensive to the most expensive. The least expensive ones don't come with parking. So you need to budget accordingly depending on if you're depending on living inside the unit or if you're going to be renting it out as an investment. Things like parking matter. So if you don't need parking and you're buying your first condo, it's something that you're not going to need parking for your vehicle, you could probably get away with buying one of those less expensive units starting at that $299,000 price range. As well as the opposite. If you're looking for more parking, the more expensive units are going to have more parking as the square footage increases. Now, the other thing to consider is when you're doing your budgets, you may want to look at, instead of maximizing your budget on, let's say, a $650,000 price range, what are your options when it comes to that price range? You may be able to get a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo in a better part of the building, say for example, something that's facing north or northwest, versus a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom that might be facing south or heading towards the SkyTrain. Really depends on what your view intention is for the price that you're spending. Okay, so we've covered 3 of the most important things when it comes to choosing a floor plan if you're looking at buying a pre-sale at the Atlin, which is the orientation of where the unit is in the development, as well as privacy and daylight, and of course, pricing. Now, you might be wondering, okay, I've got those things figured out. Now, how do I choose a floor plan and what's appropriate? In the video coming next, I'm gonna actually go through what the most popular floor plans are gonna be in different price ranges. So if you're buying in the Atlin or you're considering investing at the Atlin pre-sale, this video here at the end is going to dive into comparing some of those floor plans so that you can make a great decision if you're thinking about living here. I'm Joe Pratap. I shoot a ton of real estate related videos in and around the Fraser Valley. If you found this content helpful, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so that we can stay connected. Thanks for watching.